In every chapter of my life, my happiness seems to be determined by how much free time I have to exercise, how much time and energy I can dedicate to sports and personal development. And over the past few years, I've tried out every single sport I've had access to. But most importantly, but honestly, most of my experiences felt like a waste of time, and most sports left me very disappointed. For example, soccer. Ever since it was invented by the British in 1863 or reinvented, it became the favorite sport of many countries. But even though it requires 22 people to play, and even though the matches last for over 90 minutes, they're usually only about 3 goals, maybe even less. Half the time, it feels like players are just standing around, running from side to side, getting knocked over, receiving medical attention, getting back up. Most of the time, it feels like nothing is happening. How about this? Get rid of the goalie and make every player wear a suit of armor. That sounds way more fun. But I think that's already a thing. It's called American football, and it's known for concussions, so I would never play it either. In Brazil, however, there's an alternative version of soccer called futsal. It is played on a smaller courts with only 10 players. But it also features a smaller, heavier, a much scarier ball that hurts like hell. So I don't like it either. Basketball, on the other hand, is a very intense, very active game. Shorter, faster games with lots of scores and only 10 players, which means everybody gets to play. However, it is biologically unfair. Size matters a lot, and a lot of players are very aggressive, very physical. You can only get elbowed in the ribs a certain amount of times before you simply stop having fun. Volleyball is another painful one. Between your knees hitting the ground and your fingers being mysteriously shattered by a surprisingly light ball, your injuries tend to add up. Maybe people enjoy the teamwork aspects, but I never understood the appeal. Beachball solves all the pain issues, or some of the pain issues, of volleyball. However, I don't like sunscreen, but I also don't want skin cancer. So I had to pass on that one. What else? How about running? Jogging. Our ancestors did it every day for a living. And apparently, humans have evolved to be the perfect runners. So why was jogging one of the most boring things I've ever tried? There couldn't possibly be something wrong with me, and humans are supposed to enjoy running, right? So I came up with a few theories. Maybe we're missing something. Maybe humans were never meant to run. Maybe running for the sake of running should be considered insanity. Maybe in order to run, you need an active reason to run. Maybe running is only fun if you're chasing after something, or if you're running from something to stay alive. That's also fun. Therefore, I concluded that jogging for fun is fundamentally impossible and unnatural. So I gave up on that as well. Now, what do I enjoy? After a lot of trial and error, I learned that there's a certain primal satisfaction in the act of grabbing something very heavy, lifting it up, and then putting it back down. So that's the one I chose, the art of weightlifting. I found it's surprisingly nice to focus on muscle development, especially in combination with sports that require strength, like swimming or rock climbing. Solo sports, where the only real opponent you have is yourself. Sports that require a lot of consistency, patience, and plenty of precious time. Thank you.